Hello, hello, and good morning. Welcome to Bird's Nest Designs. Today is Thursday, it's not January, it's February 6th, 2025. And I am here for today's episode of Coffee and a Card. So, welcome everybody. If you're new, it is so nice to meet you. My name is Denise Cox, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Archerville, Saskatchewan. And today I am here to share with you a fun card we're going to make 2 times. So we did this yesterday. I'm kind of testing the waters, trying to see what kind of feedback I get from this. But I had this really good idea. Well, to me, it seemed like a really good idea to do a card and show it with how I've designed it, but then to take another stamp set and switch it out. Because let's be real, we don't always have the stamp sets from the card that we're getting our inspiration from, whether it be a class you've signed up for, something you've seen on Pinterest, something you're watching here live, whatever the case may be. Maybe you love the card, but you don't have that same stamp set. You don't have the same embossing folder. You don't have the same designer series paper. It's okay. It doesn't have to look the same. I'm here to share with you guys that you can use other things from your craft stash, switch it out. It's easy, it's fun, it's so creative, and we're gonna make 2 cards. So we're gonna do it again today. I'm looking for feedback. Let me know what you think. Yesterday's feedback was really positive, and I'm super excited about that. So as we're going through today, please leave me your comments. Let me know what you think. And I'm gonna be looking for your interaction throughout too, as we choose what we're going to make today. Okay. Good morning, Joan, Heather, and Tina. So nice to see you guys here. If you're watching live, please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you're catching the replay, say hello and I'll get back to you ASAP. Thanks so much, Carla. Nice to see you here this morning. So as I said, it's coffee and a card. So I hope you have your cup of coffee. You're ready to make some cards. I wanted to share this with you guys. Look at this cute mug I made on the weekend. Isn't that cute? I bought myself a cricket a while back and I hadn't used it. And so Brandy, Austin's fiance, my son's fiance, came over and she helped me use it. And so we made this really cute cup. Isn't that sweet? Anyway, super exciting. First time I'm using it. I just love to do anything crafty. Good morning, Karen. Nice to see you. Okay, so today's first card, the one that I had originally designed, this was for an In Color Club class that I did when the In Colors first were released. So this is going back a little bit. We're going to use the Sweet Peas stamp set. So that's going to be for card number 1. And then we're going to swap it out and we're going to do something completely different. So are you guys ready for this? Are you ready to have some fun this morning? Start your day off with a little bit of creativity. And get that creative flow for the day. Thanks, Tina. Okay, let me just flip the camera down. Okay, I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee and then we're gonna get started. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to create, now I have this card. I have so much stuff. My desk is really reduced to this tiny little space for crafting this morning. All right, so as I mentioned, we're going to use Sweet Peas as our first card. This is the way I designed it. This is the way we're going to make the first one. Then we're going to go and do the second card using something completely different. And what the choices I have for you, so give this some thought. Let me know which one you guys think you would like to use as a second card. So I just chose either we can use Perfect Pairs. So this is an online exclusive. It just got moved to the last chance. So this one is on sale if you're interested in this guy. So that's kind of got the same sort of cutesy feel as the Sweet Peas does. So that's kind of why I chose that one. Now, if we want a challenge and we want to do something completely different, we can use Everyday Details. Now, these are just 2 that I kind of pulled off of my shelf and went through quickly. So you guys let me know if you want to use Everyday Details or Perfect Pairs for card number 2. So while you're deciding that, leave them in the comments. We're going to get to working on the Sweet Peas. So as we go through today's video, I'll kind of tell you why I picked the ones I did, and we'll go through all that stuff. But really, you can just make these cards your own. They don't have to look the same. Good morning, Sandy. Okay, so Sweet Peas. This is where we're going to start. So in our card packet, I'm going to do this I think today's video is going to go a little differently than yesterday's, but that's okay. So here are the pieces, the same pieces. I'll show you this, okay? So here is the card kits, okay? So they are, as you can see, they're stacked a little different, but they're all the exact same pieces, okay? So what I want to show you guys is, let's say that you signed up for one of my card class kits, and pretend this is one of the cards. And so my whole class, let's say, was designed with sweet peas. You wanted to take the class because you loved the card layouts, but you didn't have the sweet peas and you didn't want to buy it. Here, I'm going to show you that you don't have to have this, and we're going to just switch it out and use something different, okay? So let me see. I've got lots of comments coming in. Hi, Lynn. Good morning. I'm seeing Heather would like everyday details, Carla as well, and Sandy. Okay, so far we have 3 votes for everyday details. So you guys let me know what you think. Keep it coming. Alrighty, so this is just my way of showing you. Use what you have. I want you to take those things you've already purchased and I want you to use them. We don't always have to be buying the newest, the latest, and having all the same things, right? Okay, so here we go. We've got a thick basic white card base. Okay, so standard base 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then we've got a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 basic white. We've got a piece here that I've already forgotten the measurement of. This one is 2 3/4 by 4. And then this little guy here, this is just a stamping piece. This is 1 3/4 by 2.5. Okay. Then we've got a piece of Shy Shamrock, because this was originally for my Shy Shamrock in color class. So this is 3 by 4 1/4. Those measurements will all be on my blog once I get this posted there, but if you wanted them right away, there they are. Okay, so both cards exactly the same. All right, I got another vote for everyday details. Thanks, Tina. So I think that one is winning by a landslide. So we're going to take perfect pairs. We're going to set it off to the side, and we're going to go with everyday details. Now these cards, because of our 2 stamp sets we're choosing, they're going to look completely different, right? Because one is quite cutesy and fun, and the other one is elegant and beautiful. So they're going to be totally different feeling cards. So first things first, I'm going to take the 4 by 5 1/4 piece. Let's take it out of both. Okay. And these are going to get embossed for the front of the card. Now on my original one, I used the Dashing Designs 3D embossing folder. Okay, so we're going to do that one for card number 1. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do here. We're going to put this one in there. I've got my machine over here on the left-hand side, so I'm just going to, oh my gosh, you guys, I have such a mess. If only you could see. It's been quite a morning. I stayed in bed way too long, got up, spent way too long sipping my first cup of coffee. You know, one of those days. Yeah, so now here I am. Things are a little scattered. Okay, so we've got our first piece of embossed using the Dashing Designs. Okay, so that's card number 1. That's the way it was designed. But not only can we switch out the stamp set, right? We can also switch out our embossing folders. Hi, Kathy. Good morning. So we're going to take this one. So say you don't have Dashing Designs, or maybe you just don't like the way it looks and you want to use something different. I've chosen for card number 2, we're going to use Forever Plaid. This one is still kind of got that like geometric lines kind of shape to it, or feel to it. So I think it'll go really well. So keep in mind, I haven't made card number 2 yet either. So this is all new. All right. So let's go ahead. We're going to open up this great big folder. This is one of those big guys. And because this one is got the lines, I'm going to line it up down there on that black line. Okay. Before I emboss it. We'll run this one through. Remember, let me know what you think of this style of video. I had lots of comments yesterday that they would love to see the alternate card, the second card, made with like some recently retired products. So that's really a great idea and I love it. It's just going to take me some time if I go ahead with these videos to get that sorted and go through my retired products to see what all I have that I haven't already got rid of and sold. Okay. This is something I feel very strongly about, you guys, is that when you're buying from Stampin' Up or whatever craft supplies you're buying, you should be using them. And so that's why, that is my motivation for these videos, is let's use what we have already in our stash. So I hope you guys like that idea. Alrighty, now we've got our embossed pieces. So one with plaid. Joan, I love the plaid as well. So there's plaid for one of them, and then we've got the dashing details for the other one. All right, so let me just take all these pieces. Okay, let's start by putting our cards, folding them, bump to the inside when you score it, okay? Use my bone folder. I had a class last night too here at the local hall, and so I had to pack a bunch of my, well, not a bunch, but a few of my supplies. It was a kit class, so I was still unpacking things to get ready for this video. So hopefully I found all the things. Okay, so here's our card bases. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to attach the embossed pieces to the front of the cards. Oh, I think I just put, oh no, I did it right. I thought I put it on the wrong side. There isn't really, I'll be honest, there isn't really a wrong side. It's kind of whatever one you like. Okay, so we've got that one on the front. This is going to be for our sweet peas. And then we're going to use the plaid over here for our everyday details. I love that you guys picked that one. That one's going to be more of a challenge. It's going to look completely different than our cute little sweet peas. All right, so there's our embossed card fronts. We'll set those off to the side. And then we're going to take this little piece here. So this was 1 3/4 by 2.5. I am going to just grab a silicone mat. I think I forget this every single morning. But anyway, here we go. And it's just about time to change this mat behind me because it's getting quite mucky. All right, so for this one, for our sweet peas, I have that stamp already mounted because I knew what that one was going to be. So I've got this cute little one with these two sitting in the pea pod. So cute. These little guys stole my heart. As soon as I saw them in the annual catalog, I was like, oh, yeah, I need those. But if you guys watch me, follow me, have been for a while, you'll know that I love all the cute things. I also love all the pretty things, but the cute things is what gravitates to me the most. Okay, so there's our little peas. And over here, what are we going to stamp? Okay, so we can stamp, well, we could stamp any of these. Which one do you guys want to use? I think I like the flowers. But the flowers, if we do the flowers, is it going to work? Of course it'll work. Let me think. Do you guys want to use the flowers or the teacup? Let me know. I'm going to grab the colors that I'm going to need for my coloring over here. So we're going to need some Shy Shamrock, some Pretty in Pink, and what else are we going to need? Well, let's start coloring that. Well, you guys are letting me know if we're using flowers or teacup. So let's start by coloring. Oh, Sandy wants to use the nest. Okay, we could do that too. We could do that too. Okay, so I'm just coloring the pea pod itself in Shy Shamrock. It's going to coordinate with that piece of cardstock that we have in our kit. Okay, I've got 2 votes, one for nest and one for teacup. Keep them coming so we can go with the majority. Okay, and then I think we'll just color the end of this. This is the dark. I think we'll just color it dark as well. Now for the peas, I'm going to keep them green, of course, but I am going to switch the color. So I'm going to grab, what color do I want to use for that one? I think we'll use Old Olive, actually. Or Granny Apple Green. Maybe Granny Apple Green. No, I think Old Olive. Decisions. Okay, now we got 2 votes for the nest and 2 for the teacup. Thank you, Tina and Anita, for putting in your votes, and Sandy and Joan as well. Okay, now we're tied at 2 again, you guys. So now we're using Old Olive to color the peas. And then we'll give them a little bit of a highlight. What happened? All my comments just disappeared. Oh, there we go. Kathy likes the nest too. Okay, you guys. Well, so far we got 3 for the nest. And the comments seem to have quit coming. What is going on here? Something's happened over here. All my YouTube comments have just disappeared. So I hope that doesn't mean that I'm not live on YouTube anymore. If somebody over there is watching and can leave me a comment, that would be fantastic. Okay, I'm just highlighting with some dark Old Olive. And now I don't really love the way that looks. So we're going to then just blend it a bit more. There we go. Now they're cuter again. Okay, so I'm a little bit concerned, you guys. Just give me a second here. I'm just going to see what's happening over on YouTube, because it seems like maybe we have dropped. Oh no, Anita says we're still there. I just seem to have lost all the comments. Okay, good. It's still live. Okay, we're going to continue on. So I am not seeing the comments. Like the old comments from YouTube just disappeared. So I don't know what's happened over there. Let me just see if I can find them a different way. Teacup, the nest. Okay, it looks like the nest is winning, you guys. So you're really challenging me, because that wasn't even on my radar to use the nest. All right, I love it. Okay, so we'll get to that. We're going to do the nest on card number 2. Thank you guys for letting me know YouTube is all good. It's just something happened with all those comments. Okay. Technology, you just never know what's going to happen. So there is our sweet peas colored. How adorable are they? Now we're going to grab the nest. Love it. We're going to think outside the box. The nest is too big for this piece. So in this case, what we're going to do is we're just going to grab another piece of white paper. So when you improvise, sometimes that happens, right? Sometimes you have to switch it up and grab another piece of white paper, and that's okay. So just trying to find, there's a kind of like a scrap that was in my bin. So way bigger than we need. Just grab a piece you need, but I'm not going to cut it down. So we're going to stamp the nest. Do I want the nest in black? Maybe I don't want the nest in black. Yeah, I do. No, I don't. I want it in espresso. You guys bear with me. No, we're going to do black. We're going to keep with the same color for ink. And we're going to do black because we're going to add a bit of color to it too. Okay. Isn't it funny? Bird's Nest Designs is my company name, but here I didn't even think about using the bird nest on this card, which is truly the reason I bought the whole card, was for the nest. All right. So let's stamp that down. Oh, that's such an awesome image, you guys. I love it. Okay, so for this one to color, we're going to go a little different. So I do want to incorporate still, this is my design process, right? We're using the Shy Shamrock cardstock. So I want to make sure there's some Shy Shamrock in our coloring. So I'm going to use, I'm actually just going to go straight for the dark. I'm not even going to worry about the light. And we're going to color these tiny little leaves to bring in that Shy Shamrock. Okay. If you don't have Shy Shamrock, switch it up. Use something different. This is just me. I like it to be, it's one of the things I love most about Stampin' Up! Is this matchy-matchy of it all. That are inks and papers and designer papers and all the things, the colors flow through. So they're really easy to coordinate with one another. So that's why I've chosen to use Shy Shamrock here too. Okay, so just a little bit, right? Then we're going to grab crumb cake. Okay. And I'm going to use my light. Oh gosh, you guys remember yesterday? If you watched yesterday's, this is dying. So hopefully it'll get through the nest. Robin eggs are greenish blue, you're right. So we could use, I was thinking of using Pool Party on them, but we could also use Summer Splash and make them a little more bold and fun. Okay, so there's some crumb cake. Oh, that really needs to be replaced. Okay, and then I'm not gonna follow the lines. I'm just gonna come in here and just brush a little bit of dark in amongst that nest to give it a bit of highlight like that. Okay. It would be great on a crumb cake base, but we're gonna keep it the same, but you could switch it out, absolutely. Okay, so for the eggs, let's just see what we wanna do. We can use Summer Splash. So there would be that color. Well, that's the dark. So they'd be these colors. Or we can go with my gut originally was to use Pool Party. You know what we're going to do? We're going to really change it up. We're going to use Pool Party Dark. Then we're going to highlight with Summer Splash Light. Alrighty. If you guys are, hi Doris, nice to see you. If you guys are enjoying today's video, you like this kind of format, please make sure to comment or click the like button or the little heart icons on YouTube and Facebook. Share the video so other friends can come and find us. Talk to your friends, let them know about it so we can have more people joining us here live or catching the replay. Okay, so there's our nest. Now, we're going to cut these both images out. Okay, so let's start with our little peas. And we're not going to go in and around all the little bits and pieces. We're just going to kind of like leave a white border on them. Thanks for sharing, Joan. I appreciate that so much. Okay, so we're going to cut around this heart, but I don't want to cut the heart off. I want it to stay on our little peas here. Okay. And then we'll go around here. Now the nest is going to be a little more tricky to cut out, but it's all good. When you have the right scissors and the right technique, turning the paper, not the scissors, fussy cutting that changes the whole game of fussy cutting. And I know that from experience because I used to think, oh, I love using my big scissors to fussy cut. And I would be like changing them and it just never, like, it was not as relaxing. Okay. All right. Now we've got this. Hi, Tracy. Okay. Now we're going to cut out the nest. Love it. This is going to be a great card, you guys. I'm excited. I'm actually more excited to see the alternate card than I am to see the other one. Okay, so this alternate one, we're going to switch the nest. We're switching out the peas for the nest, which is a complete, like, complete opposite, right? We got cute and fun to this elegant, beautiful bird's nest. All right, it's just going to take a little bit longer to fussy cut, but that's okay. Have another drink of your coffee. That was a reminder to me too, before it's all cold. I made a really good, I have a Keurig machine that I use most mornings. And I made like a really strong French Starbucks roast this morning. It's so delicious. Alrighty, so let's just turn that like this. I just had this little inkling like, oh my gosh, I think there's dies for this, but there's not. The dies that came with this were just like the shapes with the, and they're no longer available. So bear with me. Oh, Tracy, don't even worry about it. I know too. Sometimes I think I'm commenting as myself and I'm commenting as Bird's Nest Design. So it's okay. I totally get it. We're just glad to have you here stamping with us. All right. This has got a lot of little branches, this one. You guys getting dizzy watching that paper spin? All right. It's too bad there wasn't like a little fast forward. And I could have, I guess, pre-cut these ahead if I'd known, but I let you guys choose on the spot which one we were going to use. So phew, there we go. All right, our nest is cut out. Okay, so we've got our two colored images, very, very different, but they kind of both look like they're sitting in a nest in a sense, right? The peas are in their pod and the eggs are in their nest. Love it. Okay, so now we're going to bring in our other pieces. So remember we had these two pieces that were the same, basic white, and we're going to stamp a sentiment. So for the peas, we're going to stamp, "You make me happy." Love it, so cute. That can go right about here. Okay, now for the nest, we're going to use, I really like this one, but I think it might be too long. We could do this one if we don't want to fuss too much. "Overjoyed for you in this new journey." I want to use this one, so we're going to make it work, okay? Oh, thanks, Jody. I feel like I'm cutting so slow when I'm on a video. It feels like it's like in slow motion. But I appreciate that you think it's fast. Okay. I'm going to need another cup of my coffee. All right, so here's the sentiment I want to use from here. From here, not from there, from here. "You make every day a little brighter." But as you can see, it's too long for the paper. That's okay. So here's what we're going to do. This is much easier when it's photopolymer, but we can't have everything, right? So I'm going to take my ink pad and I'm just going to ink it up. So I'm going to hold it like this, and "you make every day" is what I want to ink. So I'm just going to hold. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm going to take the Y. Now we could do this a different way, but I'm going to do it this way because I have this out, and I'm just going to ink it up. I could change the orientation of the card. Absolutely, I could. You guys want to do that too? We could do that. We could put it like this. Let's do it. Okay, good idea, Carla. See? This is why we work better together when you guys are in the comments and giving me these ideas. Let's switch it up completely. We are going to make this card like using all the same supplies. We're just going to switch it around. So we're going to take this inked up sentiment. And now I feel like I have too much ink on, but that's okay. "You make every day a little brighter." Okay. Now, I wanted to use a bit of ribbon on this card. So on my sample one, I used linen thread, but honestly, I was like looking at it today and I'm like, I don't really like it with the linen thread. So we're going to use some of our Shy Shamrock ribbon here. And hopefully I don't run out because I thought I had a whole lot more than I actually have on this spool. So finding the end of my tear tape, we're going to, I think for the peas, we have enough room. We can do it down there. That's not going to fit. Tracy made a comment. She's commenting as Cherry Lane Stampin', but she made a comment about brownies, and now I'm like thinking about how delicious a warm brownie would be right now with this lovely cup of coffee. Okay, so we're gonna put that across there like that. We'll snip it off. We'll decide what we're gonna do with it in a minute, whether we're gonna tie a bow, a knot, I don't know. Okay, then we're gonna layer it onto the Shy Shamrock layer. We can peel these off too for extra adhesive. Okay, so there's your You Make Me Happy. Let's go ahead and grab some Bumpets. Here they are. Oh, I need to open a new set of mini baby ones. We want, oh, that's even going to be too small. Okay. We're going to forget the little one. Are you guys still with me? Are you out there watching intently? Okay, so here's our little peas. And we can just stick them kind of like that. Okay, now we're going to take our card base and we're going to put more Bumpets on the back. Bumpets here. And I'm going to show you the original card too, because it does look different with the linen thread. And I changed the way I did the Bumpets, so they're on different layers, but you'll see. Okay, so there is the first card almost finished. Now, I move these out of the way. Now we're going to go to the second card. So again, we're going to take some of this Shy Shamrock cardstock again. We're going to layer it on. Remember, we're switching the orientation of the card thanks to Carla's suggestion. So I think it's going to look cute. Now we've got our plaid. So this is going to go on here like that. And then our nest can be wherever we want to put our nest. I think it needs a bit of ribbon on here too. So let me just see. I have just a wee bit of ribbon, but I think I might have another spool. Give me 1 sec. I'm just going to check my little basket over here. Maybe I don't have any more of that one. Oh, I do. There we go. Another spool. See? I like to make sure I'm well stocked. Alrighty. So let's open that. There is enough to go across here though, so we'll just trim this off. Put that in the recycling. And then we're going to put this ribbon above. So on the other one we put it on the top or below, but this one we're going to put it above because that's where it fits better. Okay, like that. It would be good with linen thread too, Tina. Yes. But I'm trying to show using the same pieces. So we're going to kind of do this. Yeah. Okay. I got an idea. Now we're going to take this one. We're going to put the Bumpets on it. We could always add a little bit of linen thread to both of them, actually. They would be really cute. And then I'm going to show you guys too yesterday's. If you missed yesterday's Coffee in a Card where we did the very first video with this system, if you want to call it a system, I'll show you how we did that one. It was a bit different. So this, I think the nest looks cute on the left-hand side like that. So Bumpets on the back of this again, just like we did with the peas. Okay, so now for our ribbon, we're going to use, I think we'll do a bow. So I kind of cheat when I do the bows, when I do it like this. I'm actually just going to tie a bow. Loose like this. And we're going to tweak it. We don't want a great big bow. We just want a little baby bow. Okay. So there's our cute little bow. Maybe we want to pull it even a little bit smaller. Okay, there's our bow. Now, this one's too long. Then I'm going to grab a glue dot. So rather than, oh, receipts flying everywhere. My gosh, I told you guys my desk is a mess. I definitely need to spend some time cleaning this area up. Okay, so we're going to take this bow and we're going to put it like that, and then we're going to trim the ends of our ribbon. And we'll add some bling in the end too, because every card should have a little bit of bling, right? Okay, so there's our P card. All right, let me know what you think of that one. And then over here, oh, I thought that was some ink. Whew. We can do, I think we'll do, we could do a bow. If you don't like bow, we could also just do a knot. And actually, on this particular card, I'm thinking a knot might be the answer. So if you don't love bows, and I know I have a few customers who are like, oh my gosh, Denise, another bow. So you could just tie what I call a knot like that. And that could be your ribbon accent. It doesn't have to be a bow. Okay, now let's choose some bling. So I have a whole basket here. On my original card, I used the shimmer dots, which I think would look really great with this. So let me just see where we have them. I know I have them somewhere. I just ordered a new pack too because they were on low inventory and I ordered more. Where are they? If you guys can see, I have this massive bin of all of our embellishments, and so I'm just fuddling through trying to find, there they are. Okay. So for this one, we're going to take, because of the heart's pink, I want to use some pink ones. So let's go ahead, put some pink ones on there. Okay, so there's our cute little P one. Now for the, let's use, I think we need another color. Like to me, there's too much green and white. So let's go ahead and use the pink on there as well. And I think it will look quite cute. So we'll put one there. Do you guys see what I did there? There was a little tiny speck of black and I just covered it up with some bling. So we won't even know. Okay, so there are today's cards. Let me know in the comments what you think of them. If you have a preference. We have two completely, don't you agree? Completely different style cards, but the same layout. Switching the orientation was a great idea, Carla, to fit the sentiment I wanted on there. But you can see how easy it would be to change out the cards designs on this layout, right? So easy. Joan says the nest is her favorite. Awesome. Okay, now we would stamp on the inside too, but I forgot to grab inserts, and I don't like to stamp directly on the card because if I mess it up now, all of a sudden we need to redo the card. So we're gonna forget the insides today. We're gonna leave them naked, but when I go to send them, they won't be. All right, so thank you for all of your comments today. I love to read and interact with you as we go through. I'm just going to pop back onto the screen. Oh, I wanted to show you yesterday's cards. Actually, I'm going to show them to you up the other way. It's a better view. Okay, here we are. So today's cards, let's recap. There we have the peas and the nest. So very, very pretty, pretty card. We switched it to a landscape. And there is the card, original design, sort of, with the sweet pea. So cute, really simple card. And then the original one I did, my linen thread has kind of gone amok here. But the original one I did was like this. Okay, now this is flattened because it was sitting in a clear envelope. It did look a little bit better originally. But there's the card original. So we did switch it up a little bit, changed it up. So those are today's cards. Now yesterday we did the dinos. So we made this card. And then we took and switched it out exactly. We didn't change a single thing except for the stamp set. And we made this hearts and hugs one. So showing you that you can use something else in your stash. You don't have to have it exactly the same. And I love that creative process. I love using your own creativity and making it your own. All right, and then on Tuesday night, we used Meant to Be and the Be My Valentine stamp sets, and we made these 2 cute cards. So that is this week in videos here at Bird's Nest Designs. If you missed any of those, you can head on over to YouTube channel and watch the replays. They're also on my Facebook page. You just have to scroll through to find them there. It's a little more difficult. YouTube, they're all in one area, so that's great. So thank you so much for watching today. It was a pleasure to be here to start my morning off stamping with you and enjoying a nice cup of coffee. I hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. I will be back live Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for another fun video for you guys. Now, I can't remember if this Monday is my... No, it's not. I was going to say, I think it might be my Feathered Friends, but no, we just did that. So I think... Did we? Is any of my Feathered Friends here? Let me know. My schedule this recently has been so crazy, so I'm just going to look in my day timer, and then we'll just set the record straight here. It is Feathered Friends on the 10th. So yes, I will be live Monday for my Feathered Friends video at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on February 10th. So if you're not one of my Feathered Friends, you may want to get signed up before we do that video on Wednesday or Monday. My Feathered Friends get 2 exclusive videos a month that only available to them. They also get a download of the PDFs for each and every video I do for them. So 2 PDFs a month and then 2 exclusive videos. So the link is in the description of today's video. If you want to sign up for that, it's $4.99 a month. Yeah, so that's what I have to share today. I hope you guys have a fabulous Thursday. And a great weekend ahead. And for my Feathered Friends, I will see you on Monday night. And for the rest of you, I will be here Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you all then. Cheers.